Yeah, greetings. Yeah, man. How everybody doing today? Welcome back to the chat. Sorry, we don't have no chat here. Welcome back to the pod. Welcome back, my padrins. How y'all doing today? Man? Look. Today is a great day, man. We gonna dive in deep into one of the only one I say one of the only, because there's a few of them out there in the world, but one of the only places in the earth that has never been conquered by no other civilization than the one that's already there. You see what I'm saying? Now, many people have tried to conquer them, but they have not yet succeeded to do so. As you can see in the title, man, it is Ethiopia. You feel me? The great land of Ethiopia, the great African civilization of Ethiopia that's been in existence for many years. You see what I'm saying? They back all the way to I'm talking about historical times. You see me? But the blessing about Ethiopia, like I said, man, it has never been conquered by anybody other than the Ethiopians. So much so to where a lot of people in Ethiopia don't refer to themselves as black. Why, you may ask? It's because they're not. They're Ethiopians. And it's a big difference distinguished in that. And why? It's because of this, right? The terminology black and white was created by the Anglo-Saxon man, the man who came and conquered many other um, nations. Now I'm talking about many other nations. And they utilize the name of Christianity, as you can see in some of our other podcasts that we talked about this, right? So basically, the reason why Ethiopians don't refer to themselves as black is because they're keeping honor to their heritage and stating that no, we're not black. We have never been conquered, so therefore we never call ourselves black. And to be honest with you, only in recent times now do black people call themselves black. We went under many different names. First it was Moors, and then before that, people went under the name of the religion in which they were practicing. You see what I'm saying? The whole color mind state and adoption really happened very recently in history. I say within the last 70 to 100 years. You see what I'm saying? So basically, we we are factually going to look at a land of people that is really free. You see, and they make their choices and they live off of that freedom. You feel me? But my bad, I forgot to say now, you rocking with the best, man. You rocking with Saria, man. Aku, you feel me? And Aku out there working hard, getting moving. We have some clips, man, we want to get into and get going and see how it goes, you feel me? Because we got to first learn of Ethiopia. You see what I'm saying? Ethiopia was ruled by the Emperor Haile Selassie for many years before he passed away, right? And the greatness of Haile Selassie, right? Not only was he the last emperor of Ethiopia, as some may say, some disagree with it, but he also was, in factuality, the direct line of David and King Solomon. You see, these are people that came directly out of the Bible, and some even say he's a relative of Jesus. You see, now with that direct bloodline and being intact for many years, right? He has physical proof of him being connected with those people of the past. Now, the beautiful thing about it is that you could tell from the way he moved, from the way he talked, and the bravery in which he walks with, that he is from that great line. You see? But there's many other things that I'm leaving out, and I may not get correct. That's why I'm leaving it out, because I show great respect to the Rastafarian movement, and for some people who see it as a religion. You see me? But let's get into this clip, man. Let's learn who Selassie is. You see, the person who was the last emperor of Ethiopia and what he did to help Ethiopia and also the greater black nation at hand. So let's see what we get into, man. We got this clip here set up for you. Let's see what we're gonna do. You know what I mean?
King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, and elect of God, His Imperial Majesty, Haile Selassie I. These were the titles bestowed on Rastafari Makonnen when he was crowned Emperor of the Ethiopian Empire on the 2nd of November 1930. As leader of a civilization that had lasted for over 3,000 years, the new emperor would now be seen by millions around the world as a universal symbol of African pride and sovereignty at a time when virtually all indigenous African kingdoms had fallen under European subjugation. And over the course of his 44-year reign as emperor, Haile Selassie would be many things to many people. To some, an imperialist and brutal despot. To others, a symbol of anti-imperialism and freedom. To some, an arrogant and selfish monarch, but to others, a literal messiah and God incarnate. Paradoxes and contradictions may be common to all major historical figures, but not many mixed oil and water quite like the last emperor of the Ethiopian Empire. There is a well-known Ethiopian folktale which tells of how Tafari's father, Ras Makonnen, governor of the Ethiopian province of Harara, was visited one day by a hermit who came to deliver a prophecy. Fighting alongside his cousin Emperor Menelik II, Makonnen had played a leading role at the famous Battle of Adwa, in which Ethiopian forces defeated Italy in a raging battle which would ultimately secure Ethiopia's status as one of only two African countries to have never been colonized. But despite his great military successes and political achievements, Makonnen was a man in crisis. His beloved wife had been having serious troubles with childbearing and had suffered a series of miscarriages. According to the folktale, however, Makonnen's troubles were finally resolved when the hermits delivered to him the following prophecy. This time, the child your wife is pregnant with will come into the world in the best of health and survive. He will grow up to be a fine boy, and when he is still a young man, he will rise to become ruler of Ethiopia and govern the whole country with a firm hand. He will bestow greatness and pride upon Ethiopia and make it renowned the world over. But ultimately, he will destroy everything he has built with his own hands and leave the country in ruins. As with many stories about the late emperor, whether or not the events described actually happened will forever remain a mystery. But putting aside questions of factual accuracy, the hermit's prophecy from this mystical origin story provides an almost perfect summary of the complicated life and legacy of one of the most consequential leaders in modern African history. Born to a noble family in eastern Ethiopia, Tafari Makonnen was surrounded by privilege and prestige from the very earliest years of his life. Through his mother's bloodline, Tafari laid claim to Ethiopia's Solomonic dynasty, which according to traditional beliefs had ruled the empire from as far back as the year 980 BC. According to an ancient text known as the Kebra Nagast, which is translated as the Glory of Kings, the Solomonic dynasty began when Makeda, the Queen of Sheba, traveled from Ethiopia to visit Israel's King Solomon, the son of David. Although this famous meeting between the two monarchs is referenced in both the Old and New Testaments of the Christian Bible, the Kebra Nagast goes into more detail, telling of how the queen fell pregnant shortly after meeting King Solomon and subsequently gave birth to his son Menelik I, who ultimately became the first Solomonic emperor of Ethiopia. His privileged upbringing and noble blood notwithstanding, Tafari Makinen's childhood was not necessarily an easy one. The early deaths of both his parents would see Tafari adopted by his father's cousin, Emperor Menelik II. Growing up in the corridors of power, the young Tafari would gain a first-rate education in power politics and develop a unique blend of charm and ruthlessness, which would ultimately see him rise to the very top of Ethiopian society. Standing at just over 5 foot tall, Tafari Makinen was noticeably shorter than most Ethiopian nobles, but what he lacked in physicality, he more than made up for in charisma and ambition. At just age 13, Tafari had been appointed titular governor of Selassie, and by the age of 18, he assumed control of his late father's former province of Arar. And just 6 years later, at the tender age of 24, he became the most powerful man in Ethiopia in all but name, when he was appointed as Ethiopia's imperial regent. But Tafari's rise to power would be just as much a result of good fortune as it was due to his political genius. You see, just around the same time as Tafari's coming of age, the ruling Emperor Menelik II had fallen seriously ill and was under pressure to choose a successor. Out of all the emperor's potential heirs, the only two reasonable options in his opinion were his grandson, Lige Iyasu, and his eldest daughter, Woizera Zalditu. In June 1908, Emperor Menelik suffered a severe stroke and, fearing impending death, announced Lige Iyasu as his chosen successor. But due to Iyasu's young age, the emperor requested that elder statesman Ras Semanadu be appointed as regent plenipotentiary until Lige Iyasu was ordered off to govern. However, not too long after his appointment as regent, Ras Sema suddenly died after also suffering a stroke. Although Menelik was still alive at this point, he was now slowly drifting away on his deathbed. It was here that the young Lige Iyasu decided to seize his opportunity. Defying senior members of the imperial court, Lige Iyasu refused to share power or agreed to the appointment of a new regent. And so at just 14 years of age, Iyasu became the empire's de facto ruler. For obvious reasons, Iyasu's power grab would prove to be very unpopular amongst Ethiopia's power brokers. Working to ensure that he was not officially crowned emperor while they plotted his demise, senior members of the royal court would even refuse to announce Emperor Menelik's death for a full 3 years after his demise in 1913. Iyasu's enemies would finally succeed in bringing him down when in 1916 he was accused and tried for the crimes of treason and apostasy. Following a vindictive campaign led by the Minister of War, Iyasu was found guilty of converting to Islam and he was banished from the palace before being officially deposed. His aunt, Woizera Zalditu, was then named empress in September 1916, with Tafari Makinen appointed as a regent and heir to the throne. What followed would be 14 years of strife, political maneuvering and bloodshed, in which Iyasu loyalists would unsuccessfully attempt to regain the throne, and a fallout between the more progressive Rastafari and the traditionalist Empress Zalditu would result in a failed attempt to overthrow Tafari as regent. But after all was said and done and the dust settled, Tafari Makinen ultimately emerged victorious. His campaign for ultimate power began with him forcing Empress Zalditu to crown him king in October 1928, and following Empress Zalditu's sudden death 2 years later, Tafari was finally crowned the Negusa Negast, meaning the King of Kings of the Ethiopian Empire. And from his coronation onwards, Tafari would now be addressed as His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. But unbeknown to the newly crowned emperor, news of his coronation would quickly see him become the central figure of a new religion, birthed on a land far, far away from the boundaries of his kingdom.
We live, cause we live.
My brother, missing your call.
ain't no thing. Hold on, let me put you on mute if you want to say something private, so the whole world don't hear you. Let me put you on mute. All right, go ahead, cuz what you got for? Yeah, I'm live, yeah, but you muted right now. Harris Cuzzo, man. Yeah, shout out to Ishowspeed, man. He doing his thing. He out there, man. He out there in Africa, he doing great things. But yeah, as you can see, guys, man, we just looked at that little clip about Haile Selassie, right? And you get to see like a short period of the greatness of the Emperor Haile Selassie. And one of the things that I want to emphasize about him too, as y'all know, that many forces came against him before he even got to be an emperor, or before he got to be. Oh Lord, I know I'm gonna mess it up. Ganache, I think that's how you say it. But no, not Ganache. Oh Lord, my bad. Sorry. When he came,
Onwards, Tafari will now be addressed as his imperial Makinen ultimately emerged victorious. His campaign for ultimate power began with him forcing Empress Zaudita to
I'm
crown
trying to
him
get this
king
right.
in October 1928. And following Empress Zaudita meet his sudden death 2 years later, Tafari was finally crowned the Negusa Negast,
The
beginning his
Neguse Negas. That's what it is. It's called the Neguse Negas, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. You see. So when he before he got crowned the Neguse Negas, he went through a lot of like sabotage from some of his own family members because they wanted to be the Neguse Negas. You see, and as we can see, that didn't work out. But Haile Selassie, as he goes on in life, he becomes a renowned figure where he does many great things, right? And one of the things he did, right, is as a matter of fact, I got a clip. Let's just look at the clip of Aku in the building, y'all. Aku in the building. He stepped through. I told you he'd be working hard. You feel me?
Can't keep a good man down.
Come on. You feel me? Come on. Come on. Yeah. You hold a smile when they want you to frown. You feel me? Real talk. Real talk. But yeah, though. But let's get into this clip real quick, man. Then we're gonna come back and let a crew talk for a little bit. You feel me? Because I talk too much. You did. But we gonna get to it, man. But this is the great, and I mean the great, Rastafarian people of the world. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's play the clip.
So Haile Selassie came to Jamaica in 1966, and the speech that he made was that we Jamaicans and the Ethiopians are one. Therefore, there's a lot amount of land for us to come and inherit. And he gave us Shashamane.
So I'm here to meet the men and women who are like the first settlers who came here from Jamaica, from Trinidad, from
a lot of them here from England too, England and America, a lot of them.
So what's the population here? Do you know?
350, 500 people who actively live here.
Rastafarianism began thousands of miles away in Jamaica in the early 1930s as a spiritual and political movement among black Jamaicans searching for dignity, identity, and freedom. Central to the movement was the teaching of Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey is the Jamaican national hero, and he was the one that told us about the crowning of His Majesty Haile. He said, "Look to Africa where a king shall be crowned, from whom shall come your redemption."
Haile Selassie's birth name was Tafari Makonnen. The word Raz was not a name, it was a title. You know, in Amharic, Raz means head, a rank reserved for princesses and high nobles in Ethiopia. So before he became emperor, he was known as Rastafari Makonnen or Rastafari Makonnen. In 1930, he was crowned emperor of Ethiopia, taking the throne name Haile Selassie, which means power of the Trinity. For many in the African diaspora, this moment carried enormous significance. They believe Marcus Garvey's prophecy, look to Africa for the crowning of the king, has finally, officially it has been fulfilled. So for Rastas, Selassie was not just an African emperor.
This is Majesty Haile Selassie as our God.
What does Jah mean to you?
Man say Jah Rastafari and cause say Haile Selassie is Jah Rastafari. You can't think about a God in the sky. That is illusionary concept. The Almighty live within each of us.
Haile Selassie is the God. The world knows, but they could not tell the people. Because if they tell the people will repatriate to Ethiopia.
Ethiopia held a special place in the black imagination because it's never colonized, mentioned in the Bible, and a long history of African royalty and spirituality, right? So for that reason, Ethiopia to them became Zion, the promised land.
Zion is a holy place. This is the land of the free.
So we are God chosen people to be here. To be here, you have to be chosen.
In 1948, Emperor Haile Selassie granted 500 acres of land to the diaspora, like people of African descent in the diaspora. This was a gesture of pan-African solidarity, and over time, Rastas from Jamaica, from the Caribbean, from Europe, from North America, they all began to make the journey, leaving behind Babylon, a system they believe oppressed them, and then returning to Africa.
So this is the Honorable Bingirai Rastafari from Jamaica, and this man is Bob Marley's best friend.
Really?
Yes, this is driver. So Bingirai, please.
Why did you leave Jamaica for Ethiopia?
God is Ethiopian.
Righteous. We are not Jamaicans, we are not Trinidad, we are not Barbados, we are Ethiopian, Africans.
What do you think Emperor Haile Selassie would feel today if he sees Shashamane the way it is? How would he feel?
Haile Selassie feel good because we are here. These are his people. I and I is Haile Selassie people. Selassie, Jah, Rastafari.
Oh, there you go, man. And see, that's what we coming to understanding is that we see, the greatness of the man named Haile Selassie, right? Where he connected the roots of black people back together, letting us know that hey, we all just distant relatives. You see me? We all have a greater meaning in this thing we call life. You see? So with that being said, man, actually putting legislation behind his thoughts and his opinions, that's a beautiful thing. And as I was stating earlier, as I say, Ethiopians don't refer to themselves as black. And the reason why they don't do that is because it's a definition of them never being conquered by no white settlers. Because, like I say, the concept of white and black came from the Caucasian race. You see what I'm saying? Came from the Romans in the Roman Empire when they conquered land. Then they invented and then they introduced the science of white and black, the science of race, and also the science of their religion called Christianity. You see? Because what people don't understand, and what you do, Padres, you understand because you seen it earlier, was the one who was rightfully meant, well, not rightfully meant for the throne, but the one who was in line to adhere to the throne, right? The reason why he got kicked out and was unable to be upon the throne was because he became a Muslim. You see what I'm saying? And and basically that was like a no go because, like I say, back in the day, a lot of people referred to their nationality and stuff as a religion because that's how it was kind of divided by religion. Like certain religious people would be in this area, certain religious people would be in that area. You see, but I love to hear what Aku got to say, man. Before we head to the next clip, you feel me? Because there's a lot of things going around that's circling around Africa itself. You see what I'm saying? And there's a lot of mystical powers that comes from Africa. And you know, we all know all the resources and stuff come from Africa too. But just the spirituality and the strength of humanity also come from there as well. And that's why I feel like there's always so many forces trying to hold back the wisdom and understanding of Africa, keeping power over it. You see what I'm saying? But before we get to the next clip, cool, what you gotta say, boss? Because I love the development of what we seen today.
Well, it's just like you said. They haven't. It wasn't colonized, and they have one of the oldest form of Bible or religion, the Orthodox Church. What we spoke about the other day. We spoke about. You see. So a lot of traditions and things, and also remember Ethiopia has the basically the true calendar. They have the 13 months,
I forgot
and
about that. Yeah, you're right.
they to them it's they like 8 years behind us right now. It's what 2018 because we're in 26, so it's about like 2018
Okay,
in
okay,
Ethiopia.
that's
You see,
fire.
so yeah, man, it, it's totally different than what we were brought up in ways we were brought up, and they also uh, the when it comes to the church part, they have a lot of they priests and stuff. They be up in the mountains, like up in a cave, like thing, away from other people doing their religious stuff. But yeah,
Wow.
yeah, man,
Why is that so? Cool, you is it to get closer to God or why is it so?
I, I'd say probably
Okay,
so. It's
okay.
just to be, I would say, close to the God, but to me, it's just you have to step away from people in order to have. It's like going to study for
Mm-hmm.
school or something. You can't
Right.
be around your peers and stuff studying, and you see what I'm saying. You won't get the fullness of it. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to separate yourself in order to come back to show people what you have learned. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. No, that's real. That's
That's
really
that.
cool.
Yeah, that's just a little simple way to putting this without going all too, technical and stuff like that, though. You
Right.
see?
And because you
Yeah.
speak about the calendar and everything, it's like that's why I feel like we live in a world that's full of false pretense, and we live in a world where a lot of people lie and deceive each other. Why? And I say that because a lot of parts of this world has been conquered by the white settlers, right? And with that being said, they brought along these ideologies, like I said earlier, and those ideologies, religions, practice, and rituals, right? They switched up the whole calendar. They switch up all the days, and then they do this daylight saving thing. So everything they do is geared towards confusing the people, keeping you in a state of wisdom in which they give you. You see? And the higher you could be a fool, a foolish person in their system, they're gonna call you a genius. They're gonna call you smart. You see what I'm saying? But the true geniuses, they then call them crazy after they realize that, oh, these are real life geniuses, and they think about the world differently, right? So this to continue what I'm saying, Padres, is that basically we see that Ethiopia has the most original indoctrination and the most original documents when it comes to us being and coincide with the universe. You see what I'm saying? Because the number one thing is the calendar. And I don't think they do the daylight saving time, or cool. I'm not sure. But if they don't, shout out to them. That's even better because a lot of people don't understand when they do that daylight saving stuff. A lot of people have moments where they gotta adjust to it. They go through mental trauma and mental stuff dealing with that switching of time. You see? So give shouts out to the Ethiopian people, man. That's good, Aku. But see, that's why we love Aku to say what he gotta say, because I forgot about that, man. I forgot about that, bro. But shoot, let's get into this next clip, though. Unless Aku got something to say, don't let me cut your wisdom, bro.
No, go ahead, bro.
Okay,
Keep
okay.
going.
Respect. Because see, what been going on, man? Like I say, I feel like Ishowspeed African tour is being shadowed behind a little bit. It's kind of hard to see so because he has so many followers. You see what I'm saying? And he has so many people that's going to watch his content. But I feel like it was much more easier. Like as soon as you click on YouTube, they had a section that Ishowspeed will pop up in the left, right under the logo, right? Where you could see his stream all the time. That's not happening with the Africa tour. So I researched the internet and I seen some people talking about the same thing that I was observing. So let's look at this clip and see what they talking about. We'll be right back to talk.
I think they're censoring the Ishowspeed tour, right? Because when he was in Europe, I seen that joint every day. Like you couldn't scroll without seeing him doing something random in Europe, right? And when he was in Asia, you couldn't scroll without seeing it. Right? I feel like they're censoring the Africa tour simply because obviously I think the powers that be simply don't want us to be able to, not us, simply don't want the people that already have such a negative mindset on Africa. I think it's just mud huts and I don't know, open fields and lions. They don't want them to see that Africa actually has humans, right, with cultures, and these people have homes, cars, Wi-Fi, water, same things we have, right? And it's just like every other continent. There are good parts, there are bad parts, right? I don't think they want people to realize this, and I think that's why they're censoring the tour. You know what I'm saying? Very weird, very iffy.
Well, this is not the first person I heard talking about censorship, which is weird, but surprised? No, actually, I'm not surprised. And someone here is writing Speed is not FBA. He actually is. I saw a clip of his dad telling Speed was saying, we have some African ancestry, right? And the dad was like, no. We're like, I think the way he said no kind of came off as if he's offended that Speed insinuated that they have African ancestry, but it is what it is. I understand some people do not even want to associate or claim their any African heritage, which is perfectly okay. So no, he's actually FBA. or Black American, as others would say. So yeah, the things that they're hiding, I'm about to show you. But right now, by the way, as we speak, he's in Ethiopia, and his live stream ended like a few minutes ago. I must say, it was entertaining. I watched maybe 65% of the live stream. That guy is energetic, and I don't
Right?
know how he doesn't get
Hey,
tired. Oh my
that
goodness.
boy
Like
got plenty energy
I was
for
feeling
real.
bad for him because at some point he was getting dizzy, because also Ethiopian altitude is different. And if you, like, let's say you're an athlete, right? Like you're in good shape and you run, I don't know, to 20 kilometers in the US. But when you come to Ethiopia, the same 20 kilometers will be hard on your body because of the altitude and where we're situated. So yeah, he was getting lightheaded. I want to respond to this comment first, though.
Okay. Let's stop it right there then. I ain't know that. Okay. So now we understand the secret behind why these Ethiopian runners so quick. Because because that altitude ain't nothing to play with, bro. You said he was getting lightheaded in one of the streams? And I see why. Because Ishowspeed do have plenty of energy. He do be all over the place, bro. Shout out to Speed though for going to Africa and doing that thing, bro. You feel me? But we finna watch some parts of the stream too. You feel me? But she got a clip. She got the clips all clipped up already, huh? She clipping just like how we clipping. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You feel me? But I do, cool. I really like how he is showing Africa and the richness that exists in Africa. Cause let's be real. Although I see you know, it's kind of hard to really like be like, man, this is really Africa. Like they really lied to us. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just it's an amazing thing, man. But I'm gonna get back to the clip. You feel me? Because I found the part I wanted to see. So let's check it out. Let's see what she's talking about. But we gonna watch the other stream too, straight up from the stream, original.
Of Ethiopia. I'm about to show y'all a drone shot of Ethiopia. It looks crazy at night. Like, go ahead, go to drone, go to drone, go to drone. Show ahead, go to drone, man. This is the nightlife in Ethiopia. Why the drone still right there? Go, drone, go!
Right?
What is he doing?
Right? Go ahead to fire him, man. Like,
Chat, do y'all see it? I can't even tell if they seen it or not. But chat, this is the nightlife of Ethiopia, chat. Nightlife of Ethiopia. This is insane. Is it still on there?
Yeah, it's still on there.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
Go back for a second.
Holy crap, that looks crazy.
Yeah, so
it
he's
do look
literally as we
crazy.
speak in Ethiopia, and
They do look crazy, man. And see, this what they don't want us to see, Padres, because we cracking up their lives in real time, man. That's why we got a shout out to this whole internet streaming thing, because it's breaking down these false realities right in real time. Because the sad part, right? They even allowed the China one to go further, and not just that. When he went to China, it blew people's mind to see how much love he got from the Chinese people, and especially the Chinese government. See, that's the thing. They trying to make us feel like America is the only place to be, and America is the only place where you be safe and you do this and you do that. When in actuality, there's way more safer places than America, and America actually over here to tear you down and to do some bad things to you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the trick is up, man. The jig is up. We got people streaming and we got people traveling the world without actually traveling the world. You see what I'm saying? Like they watching it to a screen, and because of YouTube and because of many different streaming platforms, Twitch, everything else, right? Guess what? People get to see the world from a whole different perspective. You feel me? So shout out to Ishowspeed for doing his thing, man. You know, he's in Africa, man. Like I said, we gonna show some clips of it. You feel me? Of, you know, we're gonna show some more clips, man. This is his live stream, you feel me, of him in Ethiopia, Africa, having fun with the people, just loving the people and loving their environment. You feel me? So let's get to the clip, man. We're gonna check it out real quick, and then we're gonna come back with a cool. We're gonna give our commentary. You feel me? And we're gonna let this. You know, we gotta dive a little bit deep today, but you know, go check out the clips, man. That one with the beautiful woman that's from the African Diaspora Show. Go check that one out. You feel me? The first one was about Haile Selassie. I forgot which one that's from, but you can just research Haile Selassie. You feel me? And then this one here, man, this is straight up from Ishowspeed YouTube channel. Go check out his YouTube channel. He goes there live from time to time. He gonna be there live in the living. So let's check out this clip, man. You feel me? Shout out, shout out. You gotta give it shout outs. You gotta give it respect. Look how big and large it is, bro. Minister of Tourism, man. I can't wait to go to Ethiopia. Beautiful. That boy just being young and having fun, man. You gotta do that sometimes. But let's skip through this, man.
What? It's 2018.
Boom. This is exactly what you were talking. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit of cool. This is exactly what the cool was talking about. That's it. Let's go back, guys. Let's go back. Sorry for clipping like this, but we clipping it.
Absolutely. Look at her.
You're gorgeous.
Do you like the coffee?
I do like the coffee.
Ethiopia is the origin of humankind, so you're Ethiopian too.
So I'm Ethiopian?
Yeah, and interesting part, you just became 8 years younger. You just time traveled back in time. You're now 8 years younger. You're 21, right? 21.
20.
20.
How?
Because we are in 2018, our calendar.
What?
Yeah, this is a very unique country.
2018.
2018.
Y'all serious?
We have 13 months. 3 months.
Nah, you trolling me. It's 2026. It ain't 2026. Wait, that was wrong. Wait, we in the past?
You time travel. This is science
You're
fiction.
7 years younger.
Yeah, 8 years younger now.
What?
This is why you're energetic.
It's 2018. That's why I'm feeling like this.
Exactly. This is a different year.
So Fortnite just came out. Fortnite just came out. Oh my gosh. So Ronaldo is still in Real Madrid. Chat. Everything is in the past here.
How old are you in 2018?
I was 13. So I'm 13 years old.
Imagine all the things you can do in the next 8 years. You gotta stay here.
I'm 13, chat. Oh, I'm about to go back to school.
And also, there's a different time here.
Okay, so this is the epicenter of the city. Ethiopia doesn't celebrate like freedom. We celebrate our victory.
Yeah, he told me that. He told me that 20 times.
You got it. So this is like a memorial for them, and we also give you coffee.
Wow.
You're the origin of coffee. You have to walk around and hope to have a very amazing day.
Alright. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. Because alright, that's fire, man. They said that you gotta unmute if you want to say anything. But they said that basically they're back in time, right? And that also that basically they're saying, wow, it's blowing my mind, man. They say they don't celebrate their freedom. They celebrate the victory of maintaining their freedom because they was never conquered. You see what I'm saying? So that's a blessing, man. And that's why they telling them that. And you see, Ishowspeed, and I'm glad he introducing the world to it like this, man. That's fire to me, bro. We getting to see, kind of like a real life experience of Africa, man, and how the thing go down. He in the museum doing it up, man. And I like that. What you think, bro? That's just fire, man. Shout out to our 3 viewers, man.
Yeah. A lot of people, it was just like how he's saying, y'all 8 years behind, but basically they on time. It's just that they changed the calendar, um, so you won't know certain things happen during certain seasons and certain things happen during a certain time. So it throws everything off.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a deeper reason why the calendar and everything is changed because it goes faster. You see what I'm saying? Things go because
Faster.
if you look at it, yeah, because everything's supposed to happen every year. If your birthday fall on a Monday, it's supposed to fall on a Monday every year. How come
Right.
every year your birthday fall on
From
a
on a
different
different
date
date. Yeah.
instead of saying, you see what I'm trying to say?
But in the Ethiopian calendar, it would fall on the same date. Like the
It
same
will
day.
fall on the same day every year, same time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Excuse me. Right. Well, that's correct, man. And that's interesting because they say they even have a different time. So that means they time probably longer too. You see?
They're in a different hemisphere and all that, though. Should I even hear that they even like during lunchtime and stuff? I think a lot in certain areas, a lot of places close down. You go home and have lunch or dinner at dinner time with your family. So it's
Right.
like a lot of family orientated stuff. You see?
Right. They don't turn you into a robot where it's just a dog eat dog world where you just and that makes a lot of sense because it keeps you balanced, man. Because even if you come back to work, you just spend time with your family. So it's like you in a more relaxed state of mind. You feel me? And then when you come back to work, you'll be thinking about other people's family because why? You just came from your family. And 9 chances out of 10 they just came from theirs. So it's a
Yeah.
blessing, bro. It's a blessing,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. And for us folks who deal with other folks, blow one for the poor one, lunchtime, then come back to work.
Right?
Yeah, boy. Well, these certain people I know what that means, but go ahead.
Right. You feel me? Only certain people understand that understand. You feel how it go, you know? But that's how it go, man. It be that way, bro. But that's why I'm glad I show speed in there, man, and he getting to see different things. Like I kind of I'm because it's a long stream. You know, I'm sipping through it, but I wanted to see if there was like a part where he went to Haile Selassie home. You know what I mean, or the palace or something.
I don't think he went. I ain't seen none with on none of the screens. I think what I see. But I'm really good, and I'm with you. But I'm glad he kind of see because a lot of young folks will see the difference. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
So it kind of expose. Excuse me, expose a lot of that, and like he said, a lot of people who didn't know, but now they'll know.
exactly,
You see what I'm saying?
exactly. And it's exposing the truth, man. You feel me? And they say the truth shall set you free, man. Because think about it, nobody, no matter, see, because there's being so much propaganda placed against Africa, right? All these images placed against Africa, these poor images that you always see. So even when you do see this image in reality, and you know it's real, because you know Ishowspeed really on the ground, these people really reacted to him, right? Then guess what? You still have a hard time believing it, but you know you have to believe it because you seeing it. You feel me? You experiencing it firsthand. So it's like, come on, man. We about to get back to the clip though because it looked like he stepped into some type of, because their religion different. Like they got Ethiopian Bibles and different things. Like everything is different. It's a beautiful thing to be different.
Hold here, got kids. What's up, kids?
What place is it? Hey. Huh? Thank you. Some?
Yeah, he said kiss.
Oh.
What is this?
What is this? What is this?
He's blessing you.
He's blessing me? Oh, bless you. Oh, he's saying. I think he's blessing me. Yeah, you gotta explain to me what's going on.
One of the oldest churches inside Ethiopia. And then what they've done is they come here to see you and then also to give you their blessing.
Oh.
Traditional ceremony.
Oh. You be my guy? Okay, okay. Be calm? Ah. Crap, I got too much energy right now.
He had a lot of Ethiopian coffee.
Okay.
So he's very, very excited.
So I'd like to explain something for you.
Shoot. You want to go somewhere?
Was established by His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, and he dedicates to the patriots who were fighting against the fascist Italy.
You going to see Haile Selassie the first something? I heard it.
Right. Ethiopia. The first was repulsed for the Battle of Adwa, 1896. If you are
Yeah, we were hearing about that earlier.
Yes, that's a very important. While the second was under Mussolini, the fascist rule. So the fascists, they were using gas in Ethiopia. So people, they keep fighting to restore our independence. So this church is dedicated to those people who died.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Brown angel.
Brown angel?
So the abbot is waiting for you.
Okay.
Oh,
wait.
You just kiss.
Your shoes.
Can I take my shoes off?
He's blessing you. Kiss the cross. Welcome. He's blessed.
I've been blessed?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we
Thank
need
you.
to take shoes.
Take off my shoes?
Yeah.
Daryl, you know where my yeah. Nice to meet y'all. Where you from? España. Oh, Barcelona? Madrid? Madrid? Ronaldo? Tu sabe Ronaldo?
Ah, sí, Ronaldo.
Sí. Ronaldo? O Messi?
No, Ronaldo.
So we would like to show you the troops of His Majesty, the Emperor Haile Selassie.
Mm-hmm. I already asked what the song was.
Yeah.
You know, this is the throne of the emperor. Haile Selassie would come and sit here.
Oh, really?
Yes, and the field. So
Wait, let me check the battery real quick, brother.
Oh,
We're lagging. We're lagging.
Lagging.
We're lagging.
We gotta go. Lagging.
We're lagging.
this is the tomb of the emperor.
We're actually lagging.
We're lagging? That seriously? We're lagging?
We gotta go.
Oh wait, I know. Let's see it though before we leave. Oh, that's the tomb.
Yeah, you can come in here.
I can come in?
Yes, that's His Majesty, the Emperor Haile Selassie.
The emperor?
Yes,
The first emperor?
the last emperor of Ethiopia.
Oh my God! Rest in peace, emperor. Okay, Ethiopia.
We're actually lagging. We're actually lagging.
Oh, we gotta go. Okay, all right, let's go. Let's go then. Let's go. If we gotta go, we gotta go. I just wanted to see it real quick. Amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank y'all for my blessing. Thank y'all for the blessing. Thank you for the blessing, sir.
Not to say thank you.
Huh?
It's the hardest way to say thank you in the world. Is I'm a second language.
Oh, hell no. Huh?
I can challenge your arm swing. Yeah?
What?
Arm swing.
Arm swing?
Yeah. I can challenge you. Yeah. Come on. You're on the stream pitch. Yeah. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. There you go. Yeah. Stream pitch. Get the stream pitch. You need to go to the gym. Load it right on the right. Oh, kids, calm down. Okay, that's enough, kids. Thank you. Thank you, kids. What are you doing? You guys are terrible, man. You're terrible. You guys are terrible. Chill. Space. Calm down.
You going next location? Cars right here?
Open up out the way. Cover the other side.
Yeah, man, he gotta navigate like that, bro. He gotta do whatever he can to navigate through that traffic, bro. You feel me? But yeah, man, a little interesting insight, you know what I mean, on some of the ins and outs, of Ethiopia. You feel me? They went to the church, and they talk about some of the history, and that's the best part about it, man. Is breaking down the history, right? But I ain't gonna lie, they had to pick up a phone call, my partner, so I kind of didn't really see everything. You feel me? But I'm glad you guys did, So it's always a blessing to get an insight, man, because we definitely have to travel these places, and if we travel those places, it may not be that ground of interest like that. You feel me? But we definitely gonna have some type of interest going on. You're gonna get to see everything and different things like that, man. So that's the fire part about it, bro. You did. So you gotta unmute the crew if you wanna say anything, bro. But that's it, though. You feel me? That's what it's all about. You feel me? And it's a good thing, man. It's a good thing. What'd you think of it?
Oh, well, yeah, that was short. That was like a quick run in and run out, show your respects and go out and come out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's quick in and out. But look, they on a schedule, so a lot of things Or they just didn't want a lot of people to know about that certain part of the thing, so they did that part short.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah, and to add to your wisdom
Yeah.
is that they ain't want them fans to start coming in there, bro. Because when they start coming in there, things start tearing up, and so it's like he can't really stay at place too long because people gonna try to find their way in there, like they gonna force their way in. You feel me? Start breaking
I don't
stuff and
think they're
all
gonna
that.
force it in their place, but
So
you know,
they
you
had to
know,
rethink that
that's a
one
whole yeah, 'cause that's a whole different place, bro. That's a whole different bro.
situation.
That's
Yeah,
yeah, that's a whole different place, bro.
yeah,
You
yeah.
see what I'm saying?
No,
Ain't much people gonna be forcing their way in the church like that. Yo, that's number one. And then who's in the to whom they have there in the church and all that good stuff. And the country really respects the what you call it, the culture of the last emperor and stuff
right,
like that. There's so
right.
a lot of things wouldn't, at least to my knowledge, I don't think it'll go down like that. You see what
Right,
I'm saying? But
right.
you never know in this crazy world.
Nah, for real. And like, but like you say, they people have a whole different understanding of life and different level of respect than us on the Western Hemisphere. So I don't think that they move that way. You feel me? Like you say, because even as he walk upon the street, you can see they still being respectful compared to other African nations, where they were like really trying to mumble him, like just to touch him. You feel me? but it's a blessing to have that love, man. Because no matter how I look, whether it's aggressive or not, it's still love because they just trying to touch him, bro. And it's amazing how streaming took it to that level. That's why, like, I love streaming, man, because it's a worldwide thing. You feel me? Worldwide thing, bro. But that's what's up, though. That's what's up, my projects, man. Look, this was a good one, man. A good one, man. You feel me? I don't know if to call it a short one or a long one, but this is a good one. You feel me, man? But thank y'all for rocking with us, man. Look, we will be bringing y'all some more information as much as we can. You feel me? About Ishowspeed and the whole nine diggy. You feel me? But remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and tell a friend, man. You feel me? But cool. What you got for the people, man?
Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Yes, sir. And only God could judge them. Only God could judge them. But until next time, my Padres, I want y'all to keep your head up and never get fed